Good evening, folks. Great to be here. Thanks for having me back on stage. They say if you want to know who rules over you, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. I think about that a lot. As we enter into this brave new age of not being able to call a spade, an idiot, retarded, a man, a lizard. Know what I mean? They say the core of good comedy is a revealed truth, which is why comedy will be illegal in the future, I think. Can't have the pros laughing at the emperor's nudity, can we? They might get ideas. So, recently, the entire world found out that the President of the United States was senile. Saw it with their own eyes. This wasn't news to anyone who'd been paying any sort of attention. But for those who lived in a bubble information system, the bubble burst violently just recently. The presidency has proven to be kind of like the movie Weekend at Bernie's writ large. A bunch of unelected maniacs propping up a demented, shuffling corpse puppet, hopefully doing a decent job of keeping the nuclear football away from him. So I guess the nation, we now know, doesn't actually need a president to function. If you can call what it's doing these days functioning. I wonder if it was ever a good system to putatively depend on a popularly elected alpha monkey to run an incredibly complex modern industrial nation. I guess the retardocrats would say no. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I was comfortably left libertarian for many years. Like all such people of my generation, I hated the CIA, I was against war, I was against big government overreach and censorship. That's totally inverted now. Leftoids these days cheer for all these things, even yearn for them. It's like I went to sleep in the Twilight Zone and woke up in an episode of Black Mirror. They are, on the whole, crazy psychos, if you want my honest opinion. Can't be reasoned with. Can't be bargained with. Call them hypocrites, they'll thank you. They have tunneled so far up their own butts, they could collapse into the singularity. Yeah. But they're not thinking long term. Their little cultural revolution may succeed. But if history is anything to judge by, they'll be the first ones against the wall when shit hits the fan. And if it fails, imagine the backlash. Yeah. Being a responsible citizen in a democratic society is supposed to mean being able to think ahead to what happens when the shoe's on the other foot. There's so much panic about Donald Trump being literal Hitler or whatnot, but I tell you, when the pendulum swings the other way, and it will, I can imagine someone coming to power in about a decade that'll make literal Hitler look like Mickey Mouse. That's not going to be a fun time for the leftoids. I think Amazing the things people have managed to forget in the past few years. Nuclear war is bad. Communist cultural revolutions suck. Book burnings suck. Panopticon-controlled grids suck. No, I'm not far right. I'm just a normal, reasonable person from 12 fucking years ago. But I guess we have to tackle that climate change stuff. Extinction Rebellion and all that. We will not go quietly into that good night. No, we will ride into it on a rainbow. Because if the world's ending, we might as well go out fabulous. To those of you who, like me, are having a bit of anxiety watching everything getting shitified, I want to remind you of the concept of the Stoic fork. You don't have to have anxiety over what you can't control. Just focus on what is under your control. Have the courage to be the best person you can be despite the drama of your civilization. If the best person you can be is a screeching, vacuous, demonic pod person, so be it, I guess. I don't think that works out for anyone in the long run, but you do you. Free to be you and me, as my elementary school teachers used to sing. Me, I'm going to keep lifting weights, reading old books, writing and taking walks in the sun. I have a long way to go to come back from what civilization has done to me, or rather gotten me to do to myself. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. The obstacle is the way, so they say. And if I ever get tired of lifting weights, at least I can always lift my spirits. With a few dried grams, maybe. Anyways. You've been very patient with me. Thanks and have a great night. Don't let the bastards get you down.